Fox never had it. It's a conspiracy. Idiots. But keep in mind, the people promoting this told you the pee-pee tape was real. Tucker Carlson had his guest on again for the second night in a row. An exclusive interview with Lieutenant Tony Bobulinski, who is a former partner of the Biden family. It's a very simple case. Bobulinski is alleging now that there were some very suspicious, shady deals that Hunter Biden and Joe Biden were involved in with enemies of the United States. One of them being China. That's the story. The details of the story can get wonky. That is the story, however. A story you will not hear in the mainstream media anywhere because they're too busy writing Republicans pounce about media pouncing on Republicans pounce stories. They're too busy with that. But when other media outlets, notably Fox News, us, and sane people, when we go on the air, we report on this because it's kind of a big deal, no, Joe? Little bit of a big deal. Guy coming out and saying the potential future president of the United States may be bought off by the Chinese communists, our nuclear-powered enemy. Yeah. I don't know, just throwing that out there.
In the real world, yeah.
In the real world. Well, there's another insane twist in Bobulinski Strikes Back, the sequel. Check out this Washington Examiner piece. Apparently, a bevy of documents that were shipped by Tucker Carlson's staff. By the way, disclosure, I work at Fox. You all know that. I am a paid contributor there. I'm just want to be crystal clear. I have zero inside information on Fox from this at all. Zero. I have not been to Fox in New York in months. Nobody called me about this. I am reporting on this story from Fox strictly as an investigator. I have no inside information on this. You have my absolute word. I am strictly going on the reporting. Washington Examiner. I found this out when you did last night. No one called me, hey, Tucker's got a thing tonight. I watched it just like you did. But I want to make sure you understand that. Tucker Carlson says, this is unbelievable, folks. Confidential Biden family documents have, quote, vanished. Please read the show notes today. This story will be in there. To access the show notes, go to bongino.com/newsletter. The newsletter is the show notes. I refer to them interchangeably. Because there's another story you're going to need, you'll see in a minute too. But it talks about what happened. So Tucker sent this in his staff through a carrier. He doesn't say who, UPS, FedEx, DHL, but he doesn't mention what company it is. They sent these damning documents, reams of paperwork about the Biden crime family from the New York office to LA where Tucker Carlson interviewed Bobulinski, and they just magically disappeared. Don't listen to me explain it, though. Listen to Tucker. Because, folks, listen, can we just be candid for a moment? Take off your partisan hats for a moment. Joe, Paula, I need you to wear your ombudsman hats, please. I don't think I own any stock in UPS or FedEx or anything. I may in some kind of mutual fund or something like that. I'm not an owner or in any significant way. They're not sponsors of my show. I don't care about their politics. They are unusually reliable. I mean, seriously, when was the last time outside of someone like a porch bandit stealing it? When was the last time FedEx called you and said, hey, we don't know what happened to your package? I'm just telling you from my experience, FedEx, UPS, it's never happened. I know I've had people steal them off my front porch. That's happened. But when it's lost in transit, it's the fault of the carrier. That's never happened. But this is just crazy. So we never hear that. It's like 0.000001% of packages that get lost in transit, and it's the fault of the carrier. Yet magically, this package of documents about the Biden crime family seems to have disappeared, and nobody knows what happened. Listen to Tucker explain this last night. You're going to be like, huh? What? Check this out.
There's something specific going on behind the scenes right now that we did feel we should tell you about. So on Monday of this week, we received from a source a collection of confidential documents related to the Biden family. We believe those documents are authentic, they're real, and they're damning. At the time we received them, my executive producer, Justin Wells, and I were in Los Angeles preparing to interview Tony Bobulinski about the Biden's business dealings in China, Ukraine, and other countries. So we texted a producer in New York and we asked him to send those documents to us in LA, and he did that. So Monday afternoon of this week, he shipped those documents overnight to California with a large national carrier, a brand name company that we've used, you've used countless times with never a single problem. But the Biden documents never arrived in Los Angeles. Tuesday morning, we received word from the shipping company that our package had been opened and the contents were missing. The documents had disappeared. Now, to its credit, the company took this very seriously and immediately began a search. They traced the envelope from the moment our producers dropped it off in Manhattan on Monday all the way to 3:44 a.m. yesterday morning. That's when an employee at a sorting facility in another state noticed that our package was open and empty. Apparently it had been opened. So the company's security team interviewed every one of its employees who touched the envelope we sent. They searched the plane and the trucks that carried it. They went through the office in New York where our producer dropped that package off. They combed the entire cavernous sorting facility. They used pictures of what we had sent so that searchers would know what to look for. They went far and beyond, but they found nothing. Those documents have vanished.
Now, the New York Times is the Washington Post. I put on my social media, Parler and Twitter and Facebook yesterday, or Parler and Twitter, excuse me, a review of my podcast. I never do that, but some people go into iTunes and they review it, or Apple Podcasts, whatever they call it now, and review it. And someone said, Dan's always ahead of the news cycle. Well, because they're so predictable. They're so predictable. Joe, what's going to be the Washington Post and New York Times coverage of this? I'll tell you. It's a conspiracy there. Okay. I'm not alleging a conspiracy, and it's not a theory. The documents are really gone. Tucker's not lying about it. He's not lying about contacting the company. The company could sue him. They're not making the story up. The documents disappeared. Okay? That's the New York. Tucker, let's not conspiracy, because they don't want to acknowledge that this is strange. Strange, right? I'm not alleging a conspiracy. I'm not saying aliens came and took it. Joe Biden himself was sitting there. Joe Biden didn't even know what the story's about anyways. It doesn't even matter. But like Hunter Biden was in the facility for the shipping company installed. I'm not alleging any of that. But of course, the New York Times and other slime balls out there will be like, it's a conspiracy, because that's what they do. It's not a theory, and we don't know if there's a conspiracy, because I never said that, and neither did Tucker. He just said what I said, that this is really weird, right? Like stuff doesn't typically just disappear with the package open while in transit with a respected carrier and shipper, right? Joe, common sense? Well, why is this story important? Because we have idiots in the media. The imbecile class in the media is strong. Believe me, if there was a union of idiots in the media, it'd be the biggest union in America. That was pretty funny. Never ever laugh at your own jokes. I'm sorry, I'm making an exception. I like if they were like, is there a union of imbeciles? But what's your biggest membership? Definitely the media. Thousands and thousands of members. Because the conspiracy theory by the media, not us, we're alleging a conspiracy theory. The conspiracy theory developing in the media, included by people like Jonathan Chait, a noted Russian collusion imbecile. I mean, like the head of that shop of imbeciles in the media. Local 672, Jonathan Chait, member of the Imbecile Union of the Media. Jonathan Chait, Russian collusion hoaxer, is already trying to filter out there this stupid idea that, my gosh, maybe Fox never had it. This was like the dog ate my homework. In other words, Fox never had the documents and just made this up.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay.
Now, again, folks, I can't be clearer. I have no inside information on this from Fox at all. You have my word as the Lord Almighty is my judge. I would never do that and invoke his name if I'm not telling you the absolute truth. Having said that, I have been at Fox for a long time. If you're suggesting to me Fox went on the air and lied about paperwork that, and then lied about shipping it, and then lied about the shipping being stolen, you really need to seek the help of a qualified mental health professional yesterday, because you're insane. No, you're really insane. Some things on dendrites and axons are not connecting. Showing you how stupid that theory, you get the theory, Joe? Fox, maybe they never had the documents in the first, but they're making this whole thing up to attack Biden. Legal Insurrection, the great Bill Jacobson, has an article up today who is really unimpeachable sources. Bill Jacobson's site, Mike LaChance writes this article. This is in the show notes. Read it. Exclusive. Fox News has copies of damning Biden family documents removed from shipping package. They've learned from a, quote, extremely reliable source in a position to know that Fox News did keep a copy of the documents. So again, ladies and gentlemen, can you just scrap the stupid theory that Fox never had it? It's a conspiracy. Idiots. But keep in mind, the people promoting this told you the pee-pee tape was real.
You just heard Dan Bongino.